just about giving value to all you guys out there, even some people that have been in the game for a little while now. And we just really appreciate you all for getting on. I know there's, it's 9 o'clock. Maybe you want to spend time with family, maybe watch a movie, whatever. But at least you're taking time out of your day to get on this call. And that's essentially your first step into achieving your goals and dreams is making some sacrifices here. So yeah, guys, just like you said, I want to reiterate it, guys. It's interactive. I've taught classes on other subjects stuff like that. I don't like to just talk at people. I really like to share what I've been doing and make it interactive to make sure that you understand it. And if you have any extra questions, please go ahead and type them in the chat. I'll keep track of them and then I'll answer them as we go. And we'll just get right into it, guys. For you guys that don't know me, like you said, my name is Andrew from West Palm Beach. I've been doing this about almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in July. So best decision I've ever made in my life, without a doubt, no regrets on that at all. So I saw what the power of this was, and I made a decision very fast. I think I went to a trade house, and 2 days later I signed up because I know the power of what was going on. And it's been really good, guys. I've had some stories. A lot of you guys remember if you've been here for a while, my Vegas story. Pretty much, I have a story that goes with every every convention that we go to. The products always come through. So yeah, guys, I really the last bit of that would really be you really got to dive into, guys, because this is a skill set that literally can set your whole entire family up for success. Your grandkids, your great grandkids. It really to take this seriously, especially the time that we're in now. A lot of people are, binge watching Tiger King. A lot of people are watching a lot of stuff, not really doing anything with it. This is the time where, okay, hey, you have the time, you're at home. You're not worried about stressing, 80 hours of work. Most of us are not really working right now. So really just plug in to these tools. Use the platform. It's there, just like you said. We've all had people on our team that, don't want to build it, and that's fine. But at least they freaking, pay attention to the platform. They're on the calls, and, they're really, yeah, I got you guys. Give me 1 second here. I'm about to share the screen. To really pay attention, guys, on to what we're paying attention to. Let me get the chat box up so I don't miss it. Where's the chat box? Come on. There we go. Perfect. All right. So we're gonna get right into it, guys. I'm sharing right now. You guys see TradingView? Put a 2 to 2 if you guys see TradingView up right now. Perfect, guys. So I want to go over probably what was I figured was one of the big trades last night. Was EUR USD. One, because it was on steady. Now it was, I think, 5-10 pips away from entry, and then it was also on Leon Davies' session. Leon Davies' session. This is actually his chart layout. Guys, go live is literally one of the things that's most slept on. Literally, I call it the swipe trades of every educator, pretty much, because they're going to give you setups and they're going to make sure that you understand how to take their trades and stuff like that. So without a doubt, I mean, guys, Leon Davies literally just draws 2 lines. I really like his trading style. Very basic. I personally don't use a lot of indicators. On certain other strategies I have. But my main, I guess, goal and strategy is without just, naked Forex trading. Because I don't like too much noise personally. I don't like having a bunch of, stuff and noise on there. But anyways, what you saw, guys, was a really healthy trend, guys. So if you remember from, when we had the Justin Siani on there, guys, you got, a little staircase, guys. So really healthy trend. That's what I personally like to see on there. Is your higher highs, your higher lows, and then your lower highs and your lower lows. So you obviously see very healthy trend up here, right? That's one thing, guys, that Abel Melendez that I really like when he's on there. It's because he also goes into the basics, guys. You have to understand foundation. A lot of people try to, I made the mistake myself, diving into Kimberly Torres session or diving into these advanced Forex traders after watching a few Academy videos and thinking I would understand it. And it's fortunate it's not the way it works, guys. So you got to put in the time in learning the foundation, the basics. So that's why we have these calls here, guys. So one of the things, that he saw was, yes, it was a healthy trend here. The other thing was it broke a major support area or resistance, whatever you want to call it. Equal highs, equal lows. And the fact that he was waiting for it to retest and come out because he called it right here. What is his replay? All right, whatever. So he called it right here at this level. So none of this was here. All right, so he called it. It was at 3 a.m. Some people are sleeping, doing anything at 3 a.m. I personally get on just for his setups, and then I just take a quick nap after that. But what happened was it came back down, guys. And what he likes to look for is pure rejection first. So he doesn't necessarily get in off of price hitting it because you want to react to what the market's telling you. You don't want to predict what the market is doing, guys. That's like one mistake that I used to make a lot. And I feel like a lot of new traders is they try to predict where the market's going to go. I learned where, okay, hey, you're not predicting where the market's going. You're just going to react to how the market, you're going to do what the market's telling you to do. Right. So it comes down here, guys. And you also want to look at the general area, guys. Like trend lines are never like, oh, don't do it. Your trend lines are never, on point, on the dot. You clearly see it didn't really fully touch it here. I like to think of trend lines like these guys. I use this sometimes is like areas, like parallel channel guys. So you want to think of it like this. So if it rejects that general area, you're fine, guys. And hey Andrew, what is a rejection, right? So his entry, guys, was right after, would probably be like, let's zoom out on this. Full rejection out of here, guys. You see this, you had the doji. This is a 15-minute. You can look at even an hour and probably see, yeah. Even if you were looked on the hour and you waited till this full, engulfing candle that was bullish, you'd enter right after that. You literally had 9 pips of drawdown, and you caught 45 pips. I would go down to the smaller time frames first, so I don't have to miss out that full entire candle. So my entry, I got in after this candle right here. Clearly see, okay, hey, it's pushing up, it's getting out of here. And it rejected the area, so I was happy with it. And the one thing that a lot of the good educators, well, they're all good. A lot of the educators I personally like is their risk to reward is very, very high. So whether it's 3 to 1s, I try to keep it minimum 3 to 1s, but I'll go for 2 to 1s every now and then. And then 4, 5, 6 to 1s because it helps you with your losses, guys. We're all going to take losses, and it's just a matter of
All right, guys. It looks like we lost Andrew. Let's see. Let me message him. Maybe his stuff timed out. There he is. Andrew, you're back. Let me go ahead and get you going, bro. Andrew, you there? I see you. All right. 1 second, guys. Andrew, can you hear us?
yes. Are we good now?
Yeah, you're
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah.
All right, Andrew, you're freezing again, bro. You're freezing again. I would disconnect everything you can from your internet, maybe reset and go from there. Hey guys, if you want, in the meantime, guys, why don't you drop some questions in the chat? What are your top 3 questions from trading? Drop them in the chat right now. It could be anything. Okay, drop them in the chat right now as we let Andrew kind of maybe get back on. All right, drop some questions in the chat so as we wait. All right, Andrew, I see you. You there? Test. All right, guys. Hey, do you see me clearly? If you see and hear me clearly, drop a 111. If you guys are with me, drop a 111. Okay, so we are good. We are good. Andrew, bro, do you think you're going to be able to pull it off? Andrew was doing a good job too, right? He was rocking it. Larry wants to know about the SAR. What you know about the SAR, Larry? What you know about the SAR, Larry? All right, guys, we're going to rock it. Andrew's having some challenges, so we're going to go on. Trading basics must go on. We will not be stopped, right? Who's with me? We will not be stopped. We will not be withheld. We will not be held back. All right? I am the Tiger King. Woo! Actually, I'm not the Tiger King. I would never want to be that guy. That was the most ridiculous show I ever saw. Steady just sent it out. All right, let's see what Steady's got. Let's see what Steady's got for us, guys. All right. Guys, you got a new coach tonight. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening here. I see you, Andrew. Where you at? I just saw you a second ago. What's up, Andrew?
Yeah. This is my phone right now. I'm still good though.
So
yeah, the Steady trade was sent out early. I didn't get an alert though for a new one.
Well, how about this? I'll use my screen, but we can go through stuff together. So,
yeah,
so somebody asked about Steady. So have you been using Steady, Andrew?
Yes, I use, as far as products goes, Steady, and then the harmonic scanner and bounce back sniper.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, everything trade house basically.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Got you.
So they're super accurate, guys, and super easy. We actually had a wick entry this morning on EU that was a bounce back sniper.
Nice.
Not EU, I'm sorry. Let me see which one it was. USD CAD when we were on the session in the morning.
Nice. So let's go. Let me take out Steady. All right. So where did you see that? Walter, was that on where did you see it, on Pip Talk? No, I don't see any here.
I didn't see anything on Steady, no.
Is it on Pip Talk?
Oh, I didn't see anything on Pip Talk. I just went under the Steady one.
He says a GJ sell. This is not from right now. This was from, right? This is from a long time ago.
Greg's talking about it too, so hold on. Go to steady.im. Is it loading or?
I'm in steady.im. I mean, the thing is, I have maybe it's the Steady Swift. Maybe that's why. Strategy. Oh, Swift coming soon. Okay, so I'm not in the Swift.
Yeah, I'm checking the Pip Talks now.
Let me see what Greg's talking about. I don't see it. I don't see it, guys. I'm sorry. The GJ trade I see is not from now. I mean, not according to this. So this was the entry zone, and it's already smacked take profit 1. I just got it on the steady Telegram. It's above Euro USD.
Yeah, that's the one that was sent earlier.
But it never
All
came.
right, got the computer up though.
You got the computer up?
Yeah, got the computer. We're good. We're good. I think we're good. Yeah.
Try to log in through there, and then let's see what your internet's like.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, as of right now, I don't see it. I guess they just sent it, but it's not, unfortunately, on the actual scanner. So I know that they've been doing some software updates and stuff. So, all right. How's the computer, bro?
It's doing really good.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and unmute your computer now and mute your phone.
All right, we're good.
Yeah, you're on your
All right,
computer.
perfect,
So
perfect.
I'm gonna stop sharing. I'll let you run it. Go ahead.
All right, for sure. All
By the
right.
way, there were some good questions in the chat. So after you run through what you want to run through, maybe go through some of those questions.
Yeah, for sure. What is the Telegram group? Oh, I know we were talking about the SAR. I saw that one. I don't have any of the old chats anymore. Just from when I got logged on. So if you guys want to type them in again, I know there was one about the SAR, and then we just went over the the steady one. Or if maybe if Steve, you have access, you want to copy and paste them and send them to them again in the chat box. And so I wanted to share that obviously still am using the SAR. I'll show you. I caught a move this morning on it. This was on the scanner, guys. Right here. Let me go like this. Templates. Boom, boom, boom. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right. So this one right here, guys. Caught like about 18, 20 pips, and that's really what it's meant for in the 15. So very, very important, guys, is to not get greedy for this kind of reason like this. It was on the scanner, guys. All right. It broke the trend line. And this is when you get into it, when it breaks the trend line here. You want to wait for this candle to close. The SAR did flip over here, you see, but the trend line never broke, right? I remember watching it. The SAR did flip on this one too, but it didn't break. That's the most important part, guys. You want to stay disciplined with your rules. That's the most important part about trading, is being disciplined with your rules, guys. So when you're using this kind of stuff, it's super easy, guys. You're putting your stop loss below the SAR that you got in before it flipped. My stop loss is right there. Literally get in, instant profit at that point, guys. It ends up going for a total of 20 pips. And you're talking about in a matter of, let's measure the time. Yeah, in 1 hour, a little over an hour, guys. 20 pips an hour. On a standard, that's $200. So 20 pips. There's multiple setups, multiple time, guys. So that's, yeah, I use those on the scanner. I like it because it just confirms the scanner, guys. It's super, super easy. Let's go through some of these questions. This morning I saw a setup on TradingView that was opposite from the scanner, but it looked good, so I took it. It won quite a few pips. When should I not trust the harmonic scanner? Very, very good question. And this goes back to what we were saying about staying disciplined with your rules and your trading style. Some people don't use the harmonic scanner because it doesn't fit with their trading style. What I noticed the harmonic scanner truly is, guys, like I said on the last call, is that it's an assistant, right? Sometimes you'll see the scanner. Let's go into it actually. It's always running, right? So it doesn't know exactly where the D point is until it actually makes the move, guys. So that's why I like the SAR and trend line flip, because that D point will literally keep reprinting down, 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 or up, up, up till it actually makes the reversal. So like, let's see example probably. Let's see. Is this D point here will continue to refresh. For example, like, not saying this was it. I'm just giving you an example. Like at this point, the chart probably said that, right? Or it probably said something like this. So eventually it probably said this is all the way down till it came down to here, and then finally made its push move up. That's why I like the trend line SAR flip, because it confirms the scanner. The scanner is, we know the scanner is not like 100%, guys. So if you take it and do the strategy on the harmonic scanner, with whatever educator you're learning from, to confirm the scanner trades, will increase your win rate, because you're not taking every single harmonic scanner. So it really goes in to answer the question finally is just the strategy that you're using. And yeah, I don't recommend the harmonic scanner being like a copy and pasting. Like just getting every single harmonic scanner trade. You want to go through the academy. You want to go through these educators to help you, because the scanner's an assistant, guys. So you want to go through all that stuff to make sure that you have the basic knowledge to be able to take some of the scanners and know when not to take the scanners. It's a very good question there. What was the worst? Oh man, this is a good one. Without a doubt, trading news. Without a doubt, trading news, guys. And then over leveraging at the same time too, guys. I used to, a lot of you guys know, my trading style. I have smaller accounts that I do like to play around with, and I like it because if you lose $20, if you lose $50, I'm not worried about it. But when it pays out, it's a good amount. So the fact that, yeah, I over leveraged on a news trade, and I lost. We'll do percentages. I would want to say probably like 60 to 70% of my account in like not even 5 minutes, bro. Like probably like a minute or 2 minutes. Yeah, that's definitely my worst trading experience. I dropped standards way before I was supposed to drop standards, guys. I made mistakes, but everybody goes through those things. And the fact that I make sure my mental squad's on here, I make sure that the people that are on my squad, even the people that, for you guys, that you guys don't have to go through the same stuff that we went through. Think about it like as a parent, like if your parent tells you when you're a little kid, right, don't touch the stove because it's hot. You don't need to touch the stove that it's hot, right, to know that it's hot. Your parents told you it was hot, so don't touch it. So it's very simple like that, guys. If a trader's telling you not to do this or do this, the trader is your parent in this scenario, guys. You don't need to make that mistake to know. Okay. Christopher Darris' famous thing I always tell my squad is a mistake made more than twice is not a mistake anymore. It's a choice. Made more than once. A mistake made more than once is a choice now. So if you're blowing your account multiple times, it's because you're choosing to do it at this point. You're not paying attention to these rules, and stuff like that. So that was definitely my worst trading experience. And how long are the trades? So it depends. Most of the time they're scalping and intraday trades. So like I'll hold them for a few hours, maybe for the day. I personally am not a swing trader. I don't have the patience for that right now of holding trades, over the weekends, throughout the whole week. And then my morning scalps are like in and out. I like the morning time to trade now because it's easier to get around your schedule. You're in there, 3-4 hours on the charts, maybe. Really about like 2, and then you're in and out. I'm always about when I first got in, guys, I made the mistake of trading all the time, 12 hours on the charts, 8 hours every single day on the charts, because I was hungry for the, success in trading. But I saw that it was also holding me back at the same time because, your brain just doesn't see things right. You get greed or you get fear and your emotions start to play into effect. So it's really about your training style that fits with your schedule. So you don't want to trade 8 hours at work for 8 hours on the charts. That's still the job at the end of the day. And you want to make sure that's very key that you're not, 10 hours on the charts and you're stuck to the computer, you're stuck to your phone. I always tell my squad guys, like, you enter a trade if you used proper risk management and it's you enter on the hour time frame, so you're gonna hold it for a few hours, guys. Don't look at your chart every 5 minutes. It's just gonna mess with your head. If your rules were followed, if your risk management was followed, you don't have a problem with it losing. Now you want to manage the trades and move stop losses and profit at certain points when you feel like it's need to, but you don't need to be able to stare at your phone for 20 minutes every 5 minutes throughout the whole entire hour candle to watch it close. So definitely with that, guys, how long your trades are quick and out? Yes, yes, yes. How long are your trades? How can you look at volume, how in trading? That would be a question for Steve without a doubt, because I don't use volume personally. I know people use it on, they're scalping on the binaries, or even looking for divergence. Volume, I know, is just, when the buyers and sellers are getting into the market. It could be the banks, it could be retail traders, stuff like that. I personally don't use the volume when trading though. And then lastly here, less indicators, better when analysis charts. I'm sorry, when analyzing charts as a new trader. I don't know. It depends on like your style. I've had people that just get in there, to get started with me and absolutely understand how to use indicators with certain strategies, whether it's the triple fire from Manicue, or the bounce back strategy. It really just depends on exactly your style, the way how your brain works. Everybody brains works completely different. If you understand, so like me and Steve are a little bit different on this. So Steve, has got to be rules, rules, rules. I have some stuff like that. See, the indicators help because it gives you guidelines. You want to say, okay, hey, if this is that, then this is that, then this is that, then this is that, then you enter the trade. Some people just enter off of it hitting the price. So you want to figure out in your head what kind of person you are. If you're the person that needs, to have 5 confirmations, enter trade, or if you just need to have 2 or 3, you want to be. That goes all into the trading plan. That everybody really needs to have is, one, what tools are you going to use? Is it harmonic scanner, gold cup, steady, bounce back, vibrata, all these other products that we have. You want to have which ones you're going to use on there. Then the next thing you want to have is, okay, what days and sessions are you trading? All right, are you going to trade with Kimberly Torres Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9? If you're doing the indices, right? Are you going to do London session, right, every night? You want to have it out, and that's your rules. And it's like Chance and Samantha call it like the money making hour or the money making session. Because it just helps organize, guys. It just makes it sit down, and just makes everything a lot easier when you have the trading plan. How many pips are you trying to catch, or what percentage more better than that? What percentage are you trying to make that night? You want to have that in training plan. Every educator stresses it so much, guys. I feel like it's really the one thing that separates a really good trader from somebody that keeps blowing their accounts all the time. It's because they're not following rules. You don't have a trading plan. You don't know what percentage you're trying. You're just going in blind. And you don't want to go into a trade blind. You don't want to, have without a trading plan. The famous saying is people don't, plan to fail. They fail to plan, right? So could you go explain the SAR a bit more in detail? Perfect. Yeah, for sure. So in this scenario, I'm not but we'll go ahead and delete that. So what you're looking for is off the harmonic scanner, guys. So let's look over an old one that probably did it. Yeah, this one for sure did it. So what is this? EJ. All right, so we'll go over EJ. EURJPY. EURJPY. All right. I don't have a setup on. Oh no, I don't want to delete this. All right. So EURJPY. Let's go to the scanner. Let's see. The previous low is what we're at right now. All right, in the 15-minute. Perfect. So it called out this buy. Now let's see what we had here. So couple things. You could have used this as a trend line right there. Perfect, actually. When it was down there, you could use that as a trend line. If you wanted to be a little bit more safe, you go like this. The SAR flipped probably right around here, guys. That's actually a better setup there. I like that. The SAR flips, and when the SAR flips, you enter the trade. That's the rule. When the SAR flips, you enter the trade. So the SAR flip, you got into the trade. The SAR flip probably like around here. You put your stop loss below the SAR, and then your goal on the 15-minute time frame, guys, is 10 to 20 pips, max 30. Right? And I like twin trading it because obviously the harmonic scanner is trying to catch a bigger move, right? But you don't know when that deep point is going to happen, right? It could stay in consolidation, but you don't want to wait in consolidation in the trade up and down, up and down. If you get in and out with 20 pips each time, who knows? Maybe before the even trade goes to TP1, you've already collected, 60 pips, right? Because off of it went in consolidation up, down, 3, 4 times, right? So you want to have. I like twin trading. If your account size can handle it, you twin trade it. You put, TP1 at, 20 pips or wherever the candles are looking. You want to watch it because it's not going to take you long, guys. And you get in and get out. So I like twin trading it because you'll be able to catch TP1 and TP2, guys, on the actual harmonic scanner. So this move right here, guys, it went for a total of almost 30 pips right after that. And it didn't even come close to stop loss. Like, come on, like, like you got into the chart here, you got into the trade, the SAR flipped, it broke, right, and then you just entered the trade. So you could have caught that on there. And then even if you're looking at it, you don't have a TP on it, and you want to just look at candles, you want to make sure the candles are in your favor. So like I would have told you after that doji, you should have closed, and if you didn't close, you should have closed at this one too. Because okay, hey, these are healthy candles going up, in your favor. After this one, okay, hey, you don't know if it's going to come all the way down. You can't go broke taking profits, guys. That's one thing I learned from Christopher Derrick. 10, 15 pips, put your in on a longer trade, put it into, break evens at least. Put your stop loss and profit, secure the bag. It's very, very important, guys, that you just don't get greedy. Like, oh, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up, and then all it takes is one fat candle come down, and you just lose all your profit there. So that's the SAR flip. I like it, guys. It's 2 confirmations. You want to wait for it to break the trend first. Even if you feel more comfortable with something like this, you want to break it and wait for the candle to close. That's above it. That's fine. I personally get in when the SAR flips and the trend is actually broken. So let's see what else we got here. You're welcome. Oh, explain the standard. Oh yeah. So the standard, guys, is a 1.0. So that means $10 a pip. So I had got greedy when I did the news trading. I didn't know $10 a pip was nowhere near my 3%, as you see. So definitely, yeah, $10 a pip. You guys, you want to have a decent sized account before you start, dropping standards. Because and you also want to have the right mindset, guys. Everyone's like, oh, I can't wait till my lot size goes up. Okay, hey, when you put, $10 a pip, can you handle being 10 pips and drawdowns? $100. Whether it's 10 pips and drawdowns only $10, right? On smaller lot size, right? $5, whatever it is. When it's, $100, $300 in drawdown and you're only a couple pips, right? And what strategy would you recommend when I go back to my 8 to 5? So yeah, I was doing trading when I had, like a 8 to 5 morning time schedule. This really goes back to, I like to reference like Gary V. You can have your 9 to 5, but you got to make sure you got, a 7 to 2 a.m., right? Or got to stay up, stay a little later, or wake up even earlier. I would probably maybe come home, take a nap a little bit, maybe sleep, maybe try to trade a London session late at night, or wake up super early. So I don't know when you have to leave for work. You got to 8 for 5. Let's say you got to leave at like 7:30. You can catch a little moves, at like 5, 6. That's what the alerts are for, though, honestly. So I don't know what your situation at your job is, but if like this morning, bounce back sniper came in at 10. I forgot when Greg got it. Around 10 a.m. is when we got it. It took us 2 seconds to enter the trade in, and it boom went instant profit. And it's cool things from your phone, guys. Like I remember when I was at Best Buy, a lot of my team here, maybe from Best Buy, noticed that when I was at a register, bam, I could just quickly enter a trade. Takes 2 seconds. You just want to get comfortable with, the setups. You just want to take every single signal. But yeah, that's what the products are there for. So if you're at your 8 to 5, 9 to 5, if you can use your phone, go ahead, take the signals and stuff like that while you're at your job. But then you want to try trading, or at least entering trades at night and waking up before you leave at work. That would be something that I would probably look at. Enter trades, 11, 12, 1, go to bed, and then wake up at 6 and check them, or wake up at 5 and check them. Will it require, less hours of sleep? Will it require maybe make a couple sacrifices? Yeah, but we all got to do it. And then honestly, everybody needs to take advantage of the time that we're in right now, so that way when we have to go back to our jobs, maybe in June, maybe in May, whenever, everybody's getting the stimulus check, do what you got to do with it. But you want to make sure you're putting as much effort and willpower into learning the skill set. So that way we're not all working 8 to 5s, out of this quarantine, or even that long much after quarantine, right? Steve's famous thing I like doing is you got to go to your boss, one day. You got to really grind it out, so that way you go to your boss and say, you know what? I just went to the eye doctor, guys. He said, I got a vision problem. He says, I don't see myself working for you anymore. All right. Shout out to Steve for that one, because that's a classic. We're always going to use that one. So hope that answered your question. Dodger Cole, sorry. I might be saying that wrong. You don't have to wait for the candle to close or just as soon as it breaks the trend line. What are the numbers you have in the SAR setup? Yeah. So the SAR, guys, is set up at, the only thing you're changing is the first one, which is, what is it? The start. You're changing the start from 0.02 to 0.05. And then you don't wait for the candle, only for trend line. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's got to break the trend line clearly first. So if you want to go to smaller time frames, you can do that. So that's what I was saying, guys. Is you want to make sure that wherever your trend line is at, whether you had it there or whether you had it, you know, it's pretty much about the same thing there. You want to wait for the SAR to flip and the trend line. It's got to be both. It can't break the trend line and you're like, oh, it's going to SAR is about to flip. No, you want to make sure the trend line is broken and then the SAR is flipped. You get in as, no, you don't get in as soon as it breaks the trend line. You get in as soon as the SAR flips. That's your entry. When the SAR flips, you enter. Give you a few. So like this is still calling out buys, guys. You know, let's see right now, see if there's something. So this is what I was saying, guys. Like the D point is reprinting. Because I remember when I looked at it, it was up here. So it's gonna keep printing, and who knows, it might, you know, print further. But eventually it's gonna drop, right? And that's why I like using the trendline SAR. You can do it right on the scanner. You go to indicators, you type in SAR, you click parabolic SAR, you go to your settings, you change 02 to 05. And then I personally like to change the style up a little bit, making it a little bit bigger so I can see it. Circles. And then I like changing it green for go. And then you just gotta wait till this breaks and then the SAR flips. So let me draw the trend line now. So I would wait for probably something like that to break around that area. Something like that to break the trend line. Even something like that, just because it's pretty healthy right now. So yeah, you see literally just it changed while we were on it. So it's a computer, guys, so it's not always 100% accurate, but you want to be able to confirm it. All right, and that's what the strategy is for, is to confirm it. So you want to wait for this trend line to break, and then this little green dot, guys, you want to wait for it to flip above, right? And when that happens, that flip happens and the trend has already been broken, you enter the trade for the sell, right? You know, 20 pips. TP1 is only like 30 pips. So I like it, guys. It confirms it. It's very easy to use. So hope that answers your question, Walter. It did. Thank you. Do you always stick with the 15-minute time frame? And I'm like, no, I personally only use the 15 for the SAR, because it's a scalper. It's a scalper trade. It's in and out. So in the mornings, markets move really fast. We'll pull up the scanner on the 15-minute. And I like using it because if you use this, it still works on higher time frames, but you're risking more on higher time frames. So if you go in the hour, when the SAR flips, you might be in like 20 pips in drawdown, right? You might be in 30 pips in drawdown before it actually hits. Whereas on a 15-minute, usually your stop losses are 15 pips, right? Your stop losses are very small compared to on the hour, 4 hour, right? And it's just in and out. You don't have to worry about too much. Hey, did the SAR flip? Cool. Did it already break the trend line? Cool. You enter it in. 30 minutes, an hour later, you're out of the trade with 20 pips, right? 10 pips, whatever it is. So that's why I like the 15-minute on that particular strategy. Everything else, I'm on the higher time frames, you know, the 1 hour and the 4 hour, personally. How many times? Quite a few. Because I just wasn't paying attention. I wasn't, I would say, comfortable in trading in the beginning. Just because I got into trading way before I should have, as far as trading live. I think I was on demo for like a week. So I make sure, you know, stay on the demo for as long as you can. There's something wrong with it. And obviously 6 months is not, you know, demo trading. Like you got to bite the bullet eventually. But you want to be able to, just like Steve said on the last call, guys, you want to be able to comfortably, consistently make profits on your demo and know exactly like what you did to do that. So don't just randomly enter trades. You want to know, okay, hey, I was using steady. I know how to enter the trades. I know how to risk. I know what lot sizes I'm going to use. If you can answer all those questions, then go ahead and go to the live. A lot of people do that before. and they end up, setting back their, success date for trading because pushing it further back because they got in and now they don't know, entering random lot sizes, entering like all this kind of craziness. How do you initially set the SAR? Yeah, that really goes in to the parabolic SAR 0.05, and then you can put it on the harmonic scanner or you can put it on trading view, whatever works for you. But the only thing you're changing is the start from 02 to 05. Real-time SAR flip example of when not to enter, right? Oh yeah, I'll pull that up for you, Lando. For sure. Let me copy that. Go over here. Bam. What is this? NJ? Yeah, so the SAR hasn't flipped. So for sure, let's look at that. NJ. I already caught the move on NJ. Let's see. Yeah, so for sure. Yeah, this thing's a healthy downward. So yeah, I would not be buying that for a while. Yeah, because yeah. I caught this on Leon Davies session, guys. Super powerful. He called it when the price was way up here on his session at 3 a.m. He gives you the setup just like this. I just copy and pasted it. And he said, okay, you want to wait for the push up away from the trend line, and it didn't, guys. It broke through it. It came back though and retested this area. So super simple. I got in. I was seeing the rejection, guys, on the smaller time frame. But really it's the hour. So you see the dojis, right? You see the small candles, you see the rejection. It's chilling at that area. I got in. My original TP was here, guys, but this is very important to know what your percentages is at, your percentage goals. I had already hit a lot of my percentage goals on other trades. So once it was up, I saw that candle close like that. I got out of the trade. And good thing I did because it literally, went back up and it come back down for another, setup. But yeah, I got out with. That's the biggest thing I can tell you guys is like honestly like super powerful. Is it's okay to get out of a trade, guys. If you let's say I got out of this trade with 30 pips and it still ended up sinking on me. I'm not looking at it like dang, I should have held. It should have held. I'm like okay, cool. I had my percentage goals already met. I caught 30 pips, made a decent amount. I'm fine with it. All right. So definitely, what are the advantages of each trading time frame? Meaning, I mean, it's really up to like your trading style. So like on the 15-minute, you can get faked out a lot, which is why I use the trend line SAR. But it's depends if you're a scalper. If you're a scalper, you're not gonna look really on the 4-hour time frame, right, or the daily. When you're marking up a chart, though, you go to the 1 hour, you get to see the bigger picture, right? You go to the 4-hour, you see the bigger picture, right? What happens is you'll see like a wick on a 4-hour could have been a nice little pattern on the 15-minute, right, or the 1 hour, even that. So you want to like think about it as that. Think about it like that. So yeah, it's really up to the trading style. It's really up to your trading. If you're entering charts on the 4-hour, you're probably holding them for a little while. You're going to be in a little bit of a drawdown, right? 15-minute scalper intradays are usually on the 1 hour. So it really just depends on your schedule. So hopes that really quick. Hope that answered all y'all's questions. We got some more. Okay, here we go. What are some main things to have on a successful trading plan? Perfect question. Love it, Walter. So we'll go into it like this then. Let me share the screen. Whiteboard. Perfect. All right. So trading plan, right? You can type it up like this. Trading plan, guys. One thing you want to have is what products you're using, right? I'll do it as if it was like I was doing one for myself right now. So trading plan, right? Products, it would personally, steady, BB sniper, and then scanner. That's it, right? You want to have, the time sessions that you're trading. So you want to have, me personally, is the New York and London crossover morning, right? And then I do that Tuesday through Thursday. So we'll go like this: Tuesday through Thursday. right? And then you want to have your goal, right? So your goal needs to be whether it's 3%, right? 3%. You want to have, yeah, so you want to have like a 3% on there, or a pip goal, like say, hey, 20 pips a day, right? So you want, it depends on really one of those things. You want to have like what you need to catch those days, right? Make sure that's an or. And then so you got the products, you got the sessions, you got your goal. Oh yeah, well your goal's your risk. This is the same thing as like your risk, guys. Like how much you want to risk, right? So you want to have it where it's like, okay, I want to risk. I'm gonna keep my ROIs. ROIs, 1 to 4 minimum. I might be moving them in the wrong direction as far as like which one's first. I think it's actually 4 to 1. I like that better actually. You guys get the general idea though. So you want to risk, 10 pips to catch 440 pips, right? That's the idea, right? Or you want to risk, $10 to make 40. All right, so that's how you want to have that on there. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and what educators? Yeah, I forgot. What educators you're watching, right? So me personally, it's Leon Davies. Justin Adams is major guys, very basic traders. As far as the stuff they use. Justin Adams. Let's see. Justin Adams. And if you guys have been, advanced a little bit, you've gone through this stuff. I do recommend going through the Trade House course. But that's only like once you've gone through advanced, guys, and you understand, the charts pretty well. I think it's I'll post a link in the Market Mastery chat. I'm blanking out on. Oh, it's how do I trade.com/2020 course. So yeah, if it doesn't work out, I'll get the links. I'm pretty sure that's it though. And that's just trading with the banks, guys. So it's a little bit different. You learn about equal highs, liquidation, stuff like that. So if you guys want to screenshot that, I'll leave it up for a little bit. Do what you want with it, but that's what a goal or a trading plan should look like. Something along those lines. Very detailed though, a little more than this. And you want to have it like your rules. I got my rules right here, my sticky notes in front of me. My goals are there too as well. So you want to have it sit down. On the psychology, guys, if you're arguing with your spouse or girlfriend, parents, whatever, you're just like upset or you're sad, you don't want to trade, don't want to hop on the chart. Your mind's not clear, right? Emotion is everything, guys. You want to make sure that's very important. So let me go back to some of these questions real quick, make sure I answered some of them. All right, start something not to trade. We did that. Explain rejection. Yeah, so got you. I got you. So we'll go over that. Yeah, so this is what we'll go right now. Let me share the screen of what we're looking at on the candles, right? So let's see. Let's go to the 1 hour. So dojis, guys, mean, price is sort of stuck. And what a doji is a candle like these two right here. Let's get rid of that. That candle right there. All right, this one right here. You see how price is just going and then it just stops into a doji. You have another one, price maybe doesn't want to continue or doesn't want to reverse back up. So you just want to look at it and it's just showing you something. That was a pullback, right? So rejection, you see here, major rejection on this level, right? So I'll show you. So that's how you can, actually we'll just show you in the trend lines. That's how you would draw a trend line, guys. Is you clearly see, you had a rejection wick here. And that's what we're pointing to is the wick, guys. Right here, let me get the chat box up because I can't see it anymore. Or not. There we go. Perfect. Boom. Yeah, so for the rejection guys, you clearly see wicks, price. Even if you don't get a wick, you get body touching it, and then it shoots up, right? You want to look at, let's see what else we got here. When it comes back down, rejection on the wicks. You can go down to the smaller time frames. You'll see them a little bit more. See, this is a clean break and retest trade, guys, to where you had previous level of support, right? And then it finally broke through it, comes back up. You have like I guess, a nice little reversal pattern here. So it would come up, right? You had a large wick to the top, body was on the bottom. Some people call it like a hammer. And then you had engulfing, so you should have entered after that for sure. And then it comes down and melts, right? Same thing. So guys, so this is now a strong area of support that it showed you multiple times already, right? Rejection in this area, so the wicks, right? The candles is not breaking through it, price is not coming up, right? And if it does come up, it's not breaking through it completely, right? So you're still getting rejection wicks. You go to the 1 hour, it's not breaking that area, right? It's also not breaking this area. We'll see what happens. This will be something I would probably look at maybe. So let's see. I know somebody was looking for a trade setup for London. I don't personally, give out setups. I'll be on Leon Davies session tonight at 3 for sure. 10 o'clock. Usually on Justin Adams session right now, guys. So let's see. Yeah, so you clearly see, guys, this is another area. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's like rejection wicks, support resistance areas, stuff like that. Let's see, there was one other pair. Let's see, GA, where's GA? Boom. So perfect example of, rejection, guys. And this was another Leon Davies setup. Clearly see a trend line, major area. It was coming back. It had already rejected it, which is large wick right here. It already did that. I got in after it started to push up, and then instantly I closed out the trade already for about 111 pips. So very powerful, guys. Very, very, very powerful. Understanding basics. London guys, recommend hopping on to Justin Adams session or watching the recording later. Leon Davies, Kimberly Torres. So if you guys are looking for setups, those are the people to get them from. So if anybody doesn't have any other questions or anything, really, really thank everybody here, for hopping on. Hope you guys had, go ahead and put a 7-7 in the chat if you received some value in here. Really, this is for you guys. Really hop on, making sure your whole team is here, making sure you're bringing your questions when you're going through the academy at home. You want to come back here with the questions. I didn't, quite understand why he said this. I didn't understand why they said that. So super, super grateful for all of you guys to, really hopping on here, and really glad you guys got, received some value as well. And as far as setups goes, I mean, we'll look up on the scanner. There's nothing. Yeah, see, you want to wait for. So trend looks like it might be getting broken. So you want to wait for the SAR flip, guys. And then you would enter in. I'll keep you guys updated, see what happens with it. It might be a good one. So Euro NZD on Traders Way in the 15-minute for you guys. So super, super thankful for all of you guys one more time. If anybody doesn't have any other questions, we're just gonna go ahead and end it here. So super shout out to you guys. We're doing these every single Tuesday. There will be a trader on here providing a lot of value for you guys. So make sure you're on these. These calls are for you guys. And super thankful again for you guys. Like I can't stress enough. I come in like a very most humbling way. Not used to, doing very well in trading. So the fact that this last year has been really, really good for me. I love giving back. So if you guys have any questions, message me, Telegram, whatever. I'm here for you guys. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and end it here. Super thankful for everybody here. Thankful. We'll see you guys Tuesday. And if you're not on Justin Adams sessions already, recommend at least watching it. See if it's something that you like. That's where I'm going to be on right now, actually. So Super thankful for everybody. We're going to go ahead and end it here. Enjoy. Thank you guys very much.